Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ, blessed Cap Matt here, 15 minutes with the captains. We're about to ruffle some feathers today. All right, today's topic is going to be queens, not queens. Chaste, not chaste. I know it sounds the same, but it's two totally different things. All right, now give me the first queen. Give me the royal one, the royal one. All right, let me get the royal definition of what most people know a queen to be. It says the wife or widow of a king. All right. Or the wife or widow of a tribal chief. So the basis is already set. You cannot be a queen without being married to a king. All right. I know our sisters run around all day calling themselves queens. You're not that if you're not married to a king. And the only kings are the men of the Lord that are following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. All right? Now, this is the queen that a lot of sisters are. Put that definition up. This queen, Quean, means a disreputable woman, specifically a prostitute. That is the queen that a lot of these women really are. Why? Give me 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. Let's see why that definition would fit them over the first definition.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Modest apparel, meaning nobody sees your body. A lot of our sisters, they throw Africa out there like, oh, they was butt naked in Africa. Who told you that? It wasn't butt naked in no Africa. They was portrayed like that. But they dressed royally. Even still today, they still dress in their tribal garments. It's not half naked. Now, Americanized thought processes are over there, so a lot of them do dress like the sisters over here. But don't get it twisted. They wasn't walking around butt naked with dreads, smelling musty, talking about their queen. That's not what they did. And I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers, but it is what it is. You got to hear the truth. You're not a queen unless you're married to a king. Keep reading.
With shamefacedness.
Shamefacedness. Shamefacedness. Read.
And sobriety. Not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
Meaning that's not what you are all about. All you are is about your looks. Because that's what a prostitute does. A prostitute, all she cares about is her looks. Because her looks get her paid. A woman of God in modest apparel, her character is going to get her married. Her character is going to get her a husband, and in turn, a family. And she in turn is going to be the wife of a king. That's how these things work. Get me Titus chapter 2, verse 5. We often read these things, we often read these words, but we're going to find out the definition of them today.
Titus chapter 2, verse 5. To be discreet, chaste.
So to be discreet. And who was this talking about? Jump up to verse 3.
Verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Becometh holiness. Behavior as becometh holiness. That the women be in behavior as becometh holiness. Holy behavior is not twerking at a Kamala Harris rally. Holy behavior is not twerking at restaurants owned by your people. Holy behavior is not what you see on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and all of that. That's not holy behavior. It's a different type of holy behavior. Read on.
Not false accusers.
Not lying on people.
Not given to much wine.
Not drunkards. So a lot of our sisters nowadays didn't turn into alcoholics. Read.
Teachers of good things.
You're supposed to be teachers of good things. You teach with your actions as well as your words. You can't say, oh, yeah, I'm a queen, but you dress like a prostitute. That doesn't match. Y'all would say the same thing about men. Oh, you can't say I'm a king and you living at home with your mama. We didn't heard it for decades. We still hearing it today through Tyler Perry. How bad men ain't nothing. But the roles are reversing. Because real men are standing up. Read on.
That they may teach the young women to be sober.
Why you got to be in behavior? Why you got to be teachers of good things? So you can teach the younger women to be sober. You can't teach them to be sober if you're not. Read on.
To love their husbands.
A young woman has to be taught how to love her husband. Why? Because society today will say that a man getting his plate first is out of order. Not that he's eating up all the food and leaving y'all scraps, because that's what y'all think in your head when you hear a man eats before the children. Oh, no, he ain't going to eat before my kids. Y'all put y'all children ahead of boyfriends. Y'all put y'all children ahead of people that you just sleeping around with. The man made the children. The children wouldn't be there without the man. The man gets everything first. That's just the natural order of things. But in today's society, when you hear that, it's like, oh, he's going to eat up all the food and just leave us scraps, and my kids ain't going to be able to eat. You need to be taught. That man take care of the house, that man eat first. All of the older women realize that. Momo and them realize that. Grandma and them realize that. This generation wasn't taught by older women how to love their husbands. Read.
To love their husbands, to love their children.
And they wasn't taught how to love their children. Giving your daughter a sweet 16 is not love. Letting your daughter have boyfriends is not love. Telling her, oh, she got to go out and do whatever she going to do because if I keep too strict on her, then she going to rebel and do it anyway. I know plenty of sisters that didn't do that and they was kept under strict watch. Y'all don't have no faith in yourselves nor the Lord. Read on.
To be discreet.
So they can be discreet. Read.
Chaste.
Chaste. C-H-A-S-T-E. Not C-H-A-S-E-D. They're to be chaste. What's the definition of chaste? Let's get that.
Chaste. Innocent of unlawful sexual intercourse.
That means virgin. Unlawful sexual intercourse is boyfriend, girlfriend. Unlawful sexual intercourse is sweet 16, prom. That's unlawful sexual intercourse. What's definition 2?
Celibate.
Celibate, definition 3.
Pure in thought and act. Modest.
Modest. See how that goes back around full circle? Modest. It goes back to being modest. You have to be modest in order to be the wife of a king. You have to be chaste in order to be the wife of a king. But nowadays, whoredom rules this world. Whoredom rules this world. So a lot of women want to be chaste after. They don't want to be chaste. Get that first TikTok video. You never seen my body. Yes, that one. And I want y'all to listen really close. Play that.
Let's be realistic, Samuel. It's about value.
Yeah, and your value is low.
Oh, wow. And how do you know that? You're not
Because
sure
you're 5'4" and 2
Okay.
and 37 years old with 2 kids. That's how I know. In Kentucky.
Okay. That's your opinion.
It's not my opinion.
You never seen my body before, so you just
I don't have to see your body. I know you're 5'4" and almost with 2 kids in Kentucky.
Stop. You see where her value is? You've never seen my body before. So just because the fat fell in the right place, it's not fat. That was the point. And y'all rejoiced when this man died. But guess what? Y'all got us to deal with now. You're 5'4", 200 pounds with 2 kids, and you think you can get whatever man that you want. You want to be chaste. Oh, you never saw my body before. Why would a man need to see your body? Because you want to be chaste. If you were chaste, CHASTE, you probably would have had a husband with 2 kids, not calling into his show because you can't find nobody. Let's get Proverbs 7 and 9. Proverbs 7 and 9. The women that rely on their body and how their body looks and all of that stuff, this is what they do to these brothers.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 9. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
She had the attire of an harlot. The attire, that means there's clothing that says I'm a harlot. There's clothing that says I'm a respectable woman. There's clothing that says I'm a whoremonger. There's clothing that says these things. You have uniforms in every other facet of life, but you don't think that a whore doesn't have a uniform? A wife doesn't have a uniform? You have to look like what you want to be perceived as. That's why jobs have dress codes. They don't want their company image to be ruined by the wrong thing. Read on.
And subtle of heart.
Uh-huh.
She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house.
She is not discreet. And she's not chaste. She got the attire of an harlot. Because she's later on in the chapter, she wants to perform unlawful sexual acts. That's not chaste. Now, drop that. Go to Sirach 25:21.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure.
And that's the same thing when it comes to men. Jump over to, what's that? Sirach 11 and 2. So I'm going to give you the flip side. It says, stumble not the beauty of a woman, desire her not for pleasure. Let's see about a man. Sirach 11 and 2.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 2. Commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance.
So don't commend the men for their beauty, and that's what a lot of y'all single mothers do. He tickle your fancy. He was your type, just your type physically. That's why they got a lot of bum dudes. There was a brother in, I believe, Atlanta, who said online that he was going to be homeless, and 1,000 women opened up their houses to him. Didn't know him from a can of paint, but because they like how he looked, they opened their houses to him. And guess what? That's how single motherhood gets started. That's what age women should have told you. That's not holy behavior. Give me the next video, developing preferences.
Once you have fornicated multiple times, you have now developed preferences. This is why God never wanted for us to have outside of marriage. Once you've experienced things that you should have only experienced within wedlock, you develop preferences. So when you meet a really good woman, she's everything you need, but she can't turn it up in the bedroom like that freak can. You may pass up on your soulmate because she can't please you like the freak. And a lot of people have lost out on good relationships because they didn't come with freak of the week talent. I've had women, sisters admit it, I should have married him, but he couldn't turn it up in the bedroom.
So, preferences are horrible developmental things that we have because of our fornicative ways. That's why you want to be the wife of a king to be a queen. You want to be chaste, not chaste. Give me Sirach 26:14.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord,
Uh-huh.
and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
There is nothing more valuable than a mind well instructed. And where will she be instructed from? From the elder women. Because she will not be loud and stubborn like Proverbs 7. She will be silent and loving. She will always know when to speak, how to speak. And it's not that we want our sisters to be mute. But a lot of times, everything don't need to be said. Just like we work on that, you work on it as well. All right? So, I didn't want to get too far into it. All right? But that's the difference between queens and queens being chaste, not chaste. Let's examine ourselves, Israel. All right? Shalom. Messiah Christ bless.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.